I spiked my leftovers with ghost pepper flakes to teach my brother a lesson. My brother Kyle is 16 and has been stealing my food for 2 years straight. He specifically targets what me and my sister Ashley buy or order. My parents have lectured him 6 times and grounded him twice. Nothing worked. He'd apologize, wait 3 days, then do it again. Last Tuesday, Dad got a work bonus, so we ordered from Bruno's Pizza. I got pepperoni with extra cheese. Ashley ordered mushroom and olives. Kyle got meat lovers. Mom ordered vegetarian because she's vegan. Dad got supreme. We write names on the boxes in Sharpie because they all look identical. I worked late that night and didn't get home until 11. Dad ordered my pizza anyway, knowing I'd eat it the next day. I went straight to bed when I got back. I woke up starving around 9. I'd skipped lunch the day before to save money. I went downstairs and grabbed my box from the fridge. I opened it and found 2 slices left out of 8. I knew it was Kyle. Ashley hates pepperoni. Mom doesn't eat dairy or meat. Dad always asks first. Only Kyle would see my name and eat it anyway. This was the 7th time in 2 months. He ate my Chinese takeout in October. He finished my sub in September. He demolished my pasta 3 weeks ago. Every time my parents talked to him. Every time he promised to stop. Every time he lied. I went upstairs to the spice cabinet. Dad grows ghost peppers in our backyard as a hobby. We keep a jar of flakes that he and Ashley use on their eggs. I grabbed it and brought it downstairs. I sprinkled the flakes evenly across both slices. Not a crazy amount, but enough to make sure he'd feel it. I put the box back in the exact same spot. Kyle always comes back to finish what he starts. It's practically his routine. I sat in the living room watching TV. At 10:30, Kyle came downstairs in his basketball shorts, scrolling on his phone. He walked straight into the kitchen. I heard the fridge open. I heard him grab my box. I quietly grabbed the milk carton and hid it behind the couch. The microwave hummed for 30 seconds. It beeped. I heard him take out the plate. Then I heard the first bite. 5 seconds of silence. Then he started screaming like someone had set him on fire. He was choking and gasping, and his feet slammed against the floor as he ran to the sink. The faucet blasted on. He gulped water desperately, but that only makes ghost pepper worse. The screaming got louder. He started actually sobbing with huge gasping breaths. Mom came flying down the stairs. Dad was right behind her. They rushed into the kitchen where Kyle was hanging over the sink with water running over his face. Tears and snot poured down his bright red cheeks. He was hiccuping and sobbing, trying to explain but only managing broken squeaks. Mom grabbed his face asking what he ate. Dad spotted the pizza box and walked over. He saw the flakes on the second slice. He picked up the box and read my name on top. He looked directly at me in the doorway. Mom was shoving bread into Kyle's hands. Kyle stuffed it in his mouth while still crying. His lips were starting to swell. Dad asked me straight out if I did this. I said yes. I told him I put ghost pepper on my own pizza because Kyle had eaten my food 7 times despite being warned repeatedly. Mom's face went angry. Dad raised his hand to stop her. He turned to Kyle and asked why he was eating my pizza. Kyle was still choking down bread. Dad asked again, louder. Kyle finally whimpered that he was still hungry. Dad asked why he didn't make a sandwich or order more food. Kyle had no answer. Dad turned to Mom and said that I'd seasoned my own food in a box clearly marked with my name. Food that Kyle had stolen for the 7th time. Mom went completely quiet. She stared at Kyle, who was finally breathing normally but still hiccuping. She looked at me. She looked at Dad. Then she told Kyle to go to his room immediately. Kyle tried to protest. Dad cut him off and said to go now. Kyle shuffled out, still sniffling. I thought I was about to get grounded, but Dad pulled out his wallet and handed me $20. He told me to order lunch as a replacement. Then he said Kyle would be doing everyone's chores for the next month and paying me back from his allowance. Mom nodded slowly. She said Kyle needed to learn that actions have consequences. I ordered a new pizza that afternoon. I wrote my name in huge letters and left it in the fridge overnight as a test. The next morning, all 8 slices were still there. Kyle hasn't touched my food in 3 weeks. Yesterday, he actually asked if he could have one of my sodas. Actually asked. I said yes, and he looked genuinely shocked. Turns out all my brother needed was one really spicy lesson.